Okay guys, so the last video was way too long, so I'm going to go over everything I talked about in more detail and a couple things I forgot about. I'm starting again, which is what I felt was the most important thing that people screw up the most when they're first starting. I know I just changed all my talent point allocations twice, so we're going to look at that. So if you click on your hero, and then you go to this button, these are your talent points. You'll get talent points with every level you go up. You start off getting 2 per level, and then you start getting 7 per level once you get up to level 50. So you do not have enough talent points to allocate them to every different thing and max them all out, because game maxes you out at level 60. So the first things you want to get to your maximum are construction speed, which basic progress. So that will accelerate how fast all your buildings are built, and research speed, so increase the speed at which you research things, which are hugely important for increasing your might and just making you overall stronger. There are 2 levels to these, so you want to just max it as quickly as possible, and you only want to put enough into these ones just to get you to the next tier. If you're focusing more on a different type of castle, like this is your second account and you're just trying to make it to support your main account, then you probably want to put more into research production so that you get more resources to send to your main account. Then you have trap building and training speed. So training speed increases how quickly you train troops, which, while it might not seem like a big deal when you're first starting off, it is a huge deal when you get to T3 troops and it's now taking you over a day to train 2,000 troops. So, because I have both my training speed maxed out, plus a lot of level 16 manners, which also increase training speed. My training speed, instead of being over a day, is down to 10 hours for 2,000 T3 troops. The next thing you want to, like, your options after that, doesn't really matter, it's up to you really. Personally, I'm trying to max out squad offense, squad defense, squad health, and there's 2 tiers of that. I don't know if I'll get to both of them, but I'm going to at least try the first set of them. The reason this is better than, say, going after trying to max out my ranged offense is that range offense only affects the ranged troops. If you increase squad offense, that increases the attack of all troops in your army. So it will improve your cavalry offense, your ranged offense, your infantry offense, your siege agent offense. Another good thing to improve would also be your trap abilities. So that's another good choice for how you want to spend your other points. So your trap offense will increase the amount of damage all of your traps do. There's also I think there's trap defense. Yeah, trap offense. They don't have trap defense talent point application. I didn't notice that before. That's kind of silly. The other option is you put it into your resources. So getting better resource production, which is helpful, except food. Do not put any more than necessary into food, because you will never produce enough food to make it worth your while. Because the reason is that your troops eat food, but your troops do not die if your food hits 0. So you can have a huge army and one farm and just minimal allocation of talent points into food production. Your food production will be at 0. So you'll have to use food from either your grants or from gathering to build stuff, but your troops will not die. So there's no reason to try to set it up together, because as you can see, if we look at I have an upkeep of 249,000 food per hour. My production from one farm is 23. So it would require me to have a lot of farms to actually make that any useful. For that to be any use in trying to feed my troops and then producing extra. And that would take away from all my other resources being produced. So there's no point in putting your allocation of points into food. Another good one, though, would be max load and gathering. This increases how much you can collect when you go out and gather, which I'll explain in another video. So it allows you to bring more back and allows you to gather quicker. Gathering increases the speed, max load increases how much your troops can carry, which will also be helpful for when you're going to attack people, because it increases how much your troops can bring back from the person you're attacking. You can also, if you set up your talent points wrong, you can reset it by buying a talent reset. You can buy that with either gems, or you can buy that with guild coins. It costs 90k guild coins. There's also this thing called innate talent. I still haven't got it yet. I don't really know. It's kind of hard to unlock. As you can see, it has a lot of requirements that take a long time to get. So I don't really consider it to be worth it. But I also been told it. Apparently it's not a race. I don't know what that's talking about in guild chat. I've also been told that it doesn't actually allow you to swap between. You actually have to still use a reset, so it's not really worth it. It just makes it quicker for you to allocate your points. So unless you're really high up in your C25 and you need to switch between your building set, your just growing set, to your all-out offensive set for a war, it's not really worth it. So you don't need to worry about that. You're at least not for a long time, because you only unlock that even when you reach C17, Castle 17. So you won't have to worry about that if you're just starting out. So that's basically the beginner guide to points, or to allocation of your talent points. Focus on construction and research points, as well as troop training and trap building, because those will help you become a lot stronger, a lot faster. Okay. I'll talk to you guys in another video later.